Hello, students. A very wonderful day to you. My name is Lucky Pastor, and today we are going to be looking at a quick topic, tense in English. Okay, so I have noticed that some students find it difficult to comprehend tenses in English, and in speaking, they find it difficult to use the right tense when they speak. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the different tenses in English, and of course, there are different aspects. Now, not everybody know that English is not just about the tense, but there are aspects for each tense, right? So it is what we are going to be looking at today. So come along with me quickly while I share my slides with you. Okay, my slides are opened. Okay. Um, okay. So this presentation, like I said before, aims to explore the different tenses in English grammar, their types, aspects, and of course, to help you understand the importance of understanding tenses in the English grammar. Now, what are we going to be looking at in this lesson? We're going to be looking at the definition of tense. Okay. We're going to be looking at definition of tense. We're going to be looking at the types of tenses, looking at the simple tense, the continuous progressive tense, the perfect tense, and the perfect continuous tense. These are the different areas we'll be looking at in English. All right, so what is tense? Tense indicates the time an action or event takes place. Of course, you know, an event can be in the past, it can be in the present, and it can be in the future. These are the three tenses we have in English. So when you use language or use words in ways that suggest the time or the period of that action, you are dealing with tense. It helps us understand present, past, and future events, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so these are the things you must bear in mind as we discuss these different tenses in English. Okay, like I mentioned, there are different types of tenses, and of course, there are three in number. We have the present tense, actions happening now or actions that happen regularly. Past tense, actions that have already happened. Of course, past, right? Future tense, actions that are yet to happen. These are the three tenses in English. But like I said, there are four aspects for each of these tenses. The present tense has four aspects, past tense has four aspects, and the future tense has four aspects. These aspects include the simple, the continuous, perfect, and the perfect continuous. These apply to all the different tenses I have just mentioned. Now let's see how it works. Simple tense. Remember I said the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense, they all have the simple tense, they all have the perfect tense, they all have the continuous tense, and they all have the perfect continuous tense. So here we're going to be looking at the simple tense in terms of present, past, and the future. So what does the simple tense do? It describes general facts or completed actions, right? Examples. She reads every day. This is the present, simple present tense, right? Giving you an idea of an action that happens regularly. She reads every day. Then we have, she read yesterday. That's a simple past tense. She read yesterday. Simple past tense. Then we have, she will read tomorrow. The future tense, simple future tense. These are the simple aspects of the three tenses in English. Now let's proceed. Now we have continuous or the progressive tense. This focuses on ongoing or continuous actions, right? And of course, it applies to present, past, and the future. Now let's see examples. She is reading now. Present continuous tense, meaning this action is still ongoing, right? So she is reading now. She was reading when I called. She was reading, meaning an action that was ongoing before another took place. She was reading when I called. Then she will be reading by 8 p.m. That is future, right? She will be reading by 8 p.m. at 8 p.m. So these are the continuous tense aspects in the different tenses of English, right? Present, last, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, and of course, the future continuous tense. Now, let's go to the next aspects. Perfect aspects. The perfect aspect. It shows completed action with a link to another time. In other words, it tells you about an action that has been completed, right? And you're also linking them to another time. Examples. She has read the book. She has read the book. This is an action that has been completed, but it's still in the present, right? She has. Has is present. She has read the book. That is present perfect tense. She had read the book. Or you can say she had read the book before dinner. That's a past perfect. Past perfect, an action that has completed before another took place, right? Then we have the future perfect that says she will have read the book by tomorrow. She will have, meaning she would have completed this book by this time tomorrow. That is future perfect. So perfect always deal with actions that are completed, right? Either in the present, in the past, or in the future. Then let's talk about the perfect continuous tense. Of course, it emphasizes the duration of an action, right? It's as in the continuity of an action at a period of time. That is what perfect continuous tense does. Examples. She has been reading for 2 hours. This is present, telling you the duration of this action that is still ongoing. The action is still ongoing, right? But then this is telling you the duration of this action that is still ongoing. It has been ongoing for the past 2 hours and it's still ongoing. That is what present perfect tense, that's what present perfect continuous tense does. Then we have the past perfect continuous. She had been reading before you arrived. She had been reading before you arrived. An action that was ongoing before another happened, right? She had been reading before you arrived. That is the past perfect tense. Past perfect continuous, rather. That she will have been reading for 3 hours. She will have been reading for 3 hours by this time tomorrow. Or she will have been reading for 1 day by this time tomorrow. That is an action that is still ongoing, that will still be ongoing in the future till a particular point in time. That is the future perfect continuous tense. So, in conclusion, understanding the different types and aspects, understanding the different types and aspects of tenses enhances our ability to communicate effectively in English, allowing us to express the timing of actions with clarity. Very important. So what we have just done, we have looked at the 3 tenses in English: present tense, past tense, and the future tense. And of course, we also mentioned that these tenses have their different aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. And of course, we gave examples for each of these different tenses. Now, I'm going to be giving you an assignment. The assignment is this: give the present, past, and future tense along with their different aspects for the sentence below. In other words, you're going to give me the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense with their aspects. Remember, the 4 different aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. You're going to be giving me the different tenses and their aspects. with the sentence below. He runs to school. So the verb is run. He runs to school. So you are expected to change this sentence to simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous, past simple past, past continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous, simple future, future perfect, future continuous, and a future perfect continuous. All right, so this is our discussion for today. And I believe you have learned something new about the tenses in English. All right, so having said this, see you some other time.